First of all, the main energy for the reading today is the Six of Cups. There is something here that you might have forgotten about, Cancer. Something perhaps very simple yet very powerful. The Six of Cups takes you back to a simpler time, a time in which you knew more clearly what it is that you wanted and also what it is that you deserved. This card is inviting you to reconnect to that side of yourself so that you can find your way today. When we go through our life and we start experiencing the struggle and the issues, sometimes we tend to forget that all that really matters and all we should look for is happiness. If something doesn't make you happy anymore, guess what? It's time to walk away from it. So let's see what's going on here and what you should know about this situation. First of all, recent past, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. There is something here that you have been working really hard for. Something that is overall very important to you. I see you starting with motivation, with determination, and then in time forgetting about what it is that makes you fight for this so hard. This energy is coming in with a question. And the question asks, who are you putting first right now, Cancer? Look at your actions, at least in the recent past. Who is at the center of your concerns? Are you prioritizing yourself enough? There's a lot to look into here, and we'll come back to this to see what that is. In the present, Temperance and Two of Swords. Some of you are now at a point in this situation in which you might be wondering, should I stay? Should I go? Should I make one last attempt? Or is it time for me to just fully let go, move on, and walk away once for all? There is a lot up in the air still when it comes to this, but the good news is that very often the answers we're looking for are already hidden in plain sight. All we have to do is look in the right direction so that we can decide what to do next. Again, we'll see what this is about, but overall, right now, we see that there is a lot around you that you might not be considering right now. So we'll come back to this and clarify. In the near future, we have Queen of Pentacles and the Tower. You know, with this Tower in the near future, get ready to experience a fundamental change overall, a discovery, a realization, information coming towards you that will make you see things in a brand new light. This will really feel like a storm, but keep in mind that not all the storms come in to disrupt your life. Some of them come in to clean up your path from debris, from the people that you considered important, the people you thought you needed, but who instead perhaps needed you more than you needed them. We'll see what this is going to be about and what you should expect from this incoming energy. So let's start clarifying and let's begin with your recent past. All right. Right here we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Veil right here. Let me tell you what this is about. This is definitely something that has been very important to you. A situation that has meant a lot to you, even if at times maybe you wish you didn't. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is clearly something that you relied on. Something that you depended on as well. Maybe you've built something with someone, you bought a house together, you built a family, and there was a lot happening in the situation that didn't allow you to just say, you know what, enough, I'm out of here. But I see that the more you were thinking about the situation itself, the less certain you were about what it was that kept you working for this and connected to this. Seven of Swords. What is that is hidden from me that right now maybe I'm trying not to see, I'm trying to ignore, but that instead I should look into in order to understand if this is something that I still want. You know, there seems to be so much at stake, so much to lose, whether you go one way or the other. But often in these type of situations, it's hard to see where to go next because you might be looking in the wrong direction or focusing on the wrong thing. If you are someone who's wondering about how the other person would react to something you want to finally do or something that you want to finally say, it seems that that overall shouldn't be your main concern. What you should be thinking about right now is, am I losing myself in this situation? Am I compromising too much of who I am and of what matters to me? It's very important for you to answer these questions, Cancer, before making any sort of move. The veil. Wash away all the preconcepts. Wash away all the things that you think you should want or you think you should think. And just let yourself see things for what they really are. This is actually more powerful than you might imagine right now. But let's see where the situation is taking you today, and let's clarify the present energy. Oh, wow. All right. You got three very important cards. We have the Four of Cups, but also we have the Crow, the Bridge, past lives. More than seeing what might be there that you cannot fully understand, that you cannot fully explain, the cards are saying just make a move. The Bridge. Just go ahead, start doing what feels right, and slowly you'll start receiving the answers you're looking for. Taking that first step is often the hardest thing to do, but once we've done it, we start building the confidence needed to take another step and then another. And before we know it, we walk miles and we are way ahead on the opposite side of the bridge, way farther than we thought we'd ever get. Sometimes we wish we had a way to tell what the perfect solution for a given situation might be. But right now, the most important thing is to start moving. You have to do what feels right. And as long as you stick with it, you'll be fine. Past lives. This is just you focusing on things that have happened in the past, trying to predict the future depending on what has happened in the past. And it's very important for you to understand that each situation is its own. And there are things that you cannot predict, things that the more you think about, the more confused you'll get. So at that point, you just need to move along. If you feel it's time to walk away, then do so. But don't get stuck into a back and forth, walking in and out of a situation. If you walk in one direction, you cannot keep looking in the opposite direction, or you'll bump into obstacles and you'll hurt yourself. Right here, it's very important for you to move ahead and to not get stuck thinking about what could go wrong, the Crow. Thinking about maybe if I do this or say this, everything is going to get even worse. At this point, Cancer, what the cards are saying is make a move, and that is going to be the most important thing that you can do right now. Don't be afraid of the consequences, just move. Now, let's see though where you're moving towards. Let's see what's coming up in the future. Yes. Oh my God, the Tower again. All right, so first of all, we have the Shore or the Tower and the Peacemaker. Right here, the main thing that I see is a moment of happiness right after the storm. Imagine this huge cloud coming in, and then the storm developing, and then right after, the sun comes back while some rain is still coming down, and you see the rainbow, and you feel that everything is going to be fine from that moment forward. There is something very beautiful happening here, something that will bring closure and something that is going to make you feel very, very good overall. What I see here is some sort of surprise, a conversation or a revelation that perhaps connects to the previous tower that we were talking about over here, which is completing the picture for you. That information that comes in with the Tower, it's something that it's going to help you understand what this whole situation is really about. And right now we see that you are finding out information potentially about the other person that you were not expecting at all. Right here we see someone who's actually pretty conflicted about this whole situation, someone who is struggling being away from you. We have to look more into these two cards to understand what this is, but this is going to give you clarity. And after you have clarity, you can truly move in the right direction. In other words, help is coming, and it's going to shake things up in a way that perhaps at this moment in time you are not expecting at all. So let's keep going with the reading to find out more about this incoming energy. Let's see what this is going to bring to you in the near future and how it's going to impact the rest of the year for you. What should you expect after this finally happens, and what else is coming your way in the next few months that you should know about today? Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me, the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget, Cancer, that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Cancer. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events, the Queen of Cups. What I see right here, and potentially the exact thing that you were not expecting right now, is someone who's about to pour their heart out. With the Queen of Cups, I see someone being very honest about how they feel. Someone who's going to reveal this side of them that you've never seen before, or that at least you haven't seen in a while. This is someone who clearly has a very strong emotional connection to this, and you really thought that this was the past, that this would never come back, that this is just something that would never represent itself ever again. But overall here we see the admiration that this person still has for you, and potentially they're coming in asking for forgiveness, asking for a second chance. Now, we don't see yet how this can actually evolve in the future, but what we see so far is that someone, after walking away, is coming in hoping that potentially things can work out this time. At least there's still so much love here, and a lot of love coming towards you, Cancer. But is it the right choice? Is it a good idea to look into this or not? First of all, let's see what this conversation is going to be about. I believe that that is going to be pivotal for the rest of the situation. Let's immediately clarify the Queen of Cups. Obviously, the Queen of Cups is bringing the Ace of Cups. Okay. All right, you definitely have something here, one thing that you've heard before from this person, and one thing instead that they have never ever told you, and that right now is creating this tower moment, making you rethink everything. And this time you need to make sure that your emotions will not dictate your actions, because this specific message coming in might actually make it very hard on you to understand, to decide what to do next.